Welcome to Build Guide, your one-stop destination for all information on how to deal with toxic women. In this video, we'll be discussing the top 10 secrets you need to know about toxic women and how to avoid toxic relationships. Toxic women can be difficult to deal with. They may be manipulative, controlling, and oftentimes emotionally abusive. They can cause a lot of stress and anxiety in your life, as well as negatively impact your mental and physical health. But there are ways to cope with these toxic relationships and manage them. First, it is important to recognize the signs of a toxic woman. They may use manipulation or guilt to get their way, be overly critical of you or your decisions, or be overly controlling. They may also be possessive or jealous and have a tendency to blame you for their own mistakes. Once you recognize these signs, it's important to set boundaries for yourself. These means you need to draw a line and refuse to accept any behavior that's toxic. You need to ensure that your expectations are clearly communicated and that your needs are respected. It's also important to stay positive and focus on your own needs and goals. Don't let the toxic relationship drag you down. You need to prioritize your own health and happiness and take care of yourself. This means taking time for yourself, engaging in activities you enjoy, and surrounding yourself with supportive and positive people. Finally, if you find yourself in a toxic relationship, it is important to seek help, talk to a trusted friend or family member, or reach out to a therapist to help you cope with the stress and manage the relationship. In this video, we'll be discussing the top 10 secrets you need to know about toxic women and how to avoid toxic relationships. We'll discuss how recognizing the signs of a toxic woman is important, how to set boundaries, how to stay positive, and how to seek help if needed. So stay tuned to learn more about how to deal with toxic women. 1. Recognize the signs of a toxic woman. Pay attention to her behavior and the way she speaks to you. If she's overly critical, controlling, or dismissive of your feelings, then there may be a problem. Additionally, watch out for signs of manipulation and gaslighting. If she's trying to make you doubt your own perceptions or manipulate your feelings or behavior, then this is a red flag. If she's jealous or possessive, this may indicate a problem. She may be trying to control you or limit your independence. Pay attention to her moods and reactions. If she often has extreme reactions such as lashing out or becoming overly emotional, this could be a sign that something is wrong. Finally, if she's constantly negative and brings you down, this could be a sign of a toxic relationship. This type of behavior is not healthy or productive, and it can be emotionally draining. In general, if you feel like you're walking on eggshells around her or she's making you feel uncomfortable, it is important to recognize the signs of a toxic woman and take steps to protect yourself. 2. Set boundaries. It's important to establish boundaries for yourself and for the relationship. Make sure you're clear about what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. Be honest with yourself and your partner about what you expect and need from the relationship. Be honest about your feelings and needs and make sure that your partner understands your boundaries. Set boundaries to protect yourself and your relationship. You should have clear limits and expectations in your relationship that both parties agree to follow. This can include physical boundaries, emotional boundaries, and communication boundaries. Physical boundaries can include things like physical touch, sex, and spending time alone. It's important to establish what is okay and what is not okay for both of you. Emotional boundaries can include discussing certain topics in the relationship, how to handle disagreements, and how to deal with difficult emotions. Communication and boundaries can include things like how often you check in with each other, how often you talk about certain topics, and how to handle disagreements. It is also important to set boundaries around time and money. How will you both handle spending time together and managing finances? Setting boundaries is an important part of a healthy relationship. It helps to ensure that both parties feel safe and respected. It also helps to create a sense of trust and understanding in the relationship. 3. Don't engage in arguments. If the woman becomes aggressive or hostile, don't engage in an argument. Instead, remain calm and walk away. Try to diffuse the situation by remaining polite and civil. Don't stoop to her level and start an argument. Speak calmly and take a deep breath if you need to. Don't take her words to heart and try to stay away from any kind of confrontation. If the woman is still being aggressive, don't hesitate to call for help. Don't try to reason with her and engage in any debate. This will only make the situation worse and will not get you anywhere. Keep your distance and try to get away as soon as possible. 4. Speak up. If you feel like you're being taken advantage of, it's important to speak up. Let her know that her behavior is unacceptable and that you won't tolerate it. Be assertive but not aggressive. Explain your feelings calmly and clearly. Don't be afraid to state your opinion and stand your ground. Make sure to be respectful and avoid name-calling or other forms of aggression. It may be helpful to practice what you want to say before the conversation. Rehearse what you plan to say. You can be sure to communicate your point effectively. It is also important to be prepared by any possible responses your conversation conversation partner might have. Think about how you will respond if she disagrees with you or attempts to shut you down. Remind yourself that you have a right to be heard and that you have the right to express yourself. Your opinion matters and you should never be afraid to speak up for what you believe in. 5. Limit contact. If possible, limit or avoid contact with a toxic woman. This may mean avoiding certain situations or spending less time with her. If you cannot avoid contact with her, try to limit contact as much as possible. Avoid engaging in conversations about topics that are likely to lead to arguments, when that are likely to possibly interact with her in a public setting to help keep tensions low. Be aware of her behavior and attempt to diffuse any potential arguments. It is important to set boundaries with her and stick to them. Let her know that you will not tolerate disrespectful behavior, and if she crosses those boundaries, remove yourself from the situation. It is also important to take care of your own mental and physical health. Toxic people can take a toll on your mental and physical health, so it's important to spend time with people who make you feel good. Make sure to surround yourself with people who lift you up and support you. Finally, if the situation becomes too much to handle, consider seeking professional help to assist you in managing the situation. Talking to a therapist or a counselor can help you to develop strategies for dealing with the toxic woman in your life. 6. Seek help. If you feel like you're in an unhealthy or damaging relationship, seek help from a professional such as a therapist or a counselor. Seeking help to improve your relationship can be beneficial even if you're not in a crisis situation. A therapist or counselor can help you and your partner learn how to communicate better, set boundaries, and address any underlying issues that could be causing tension. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's important to remember that you don't have to go through any of this alone. There are resources available to help you build healthier relationships. Don't be afraid to reach out for help if you need it. 7. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of your own needs. Find ways to nurture yourself and practice self-care. Take the time to exercise, eat healthy, and get enough sleep. Spend time outdoors and in nature. Spend time with friends, family, and people who are important to you. Do these things that make you happy and that bring you joy. Take a break when you need it. Give yourself permission to rest and recharge. Take a day off or a weekend away to do something that is just for you. Make time for hobbies and interests. Remember to take care of your mental health. Connect with people who care about you. Talk to a therapist or counselor. Practice mindfulness and do activities that reduce stress and anxiety. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace and forgiveness. Acknowledge your emotions and be gentle with yourself. Remember that you're worthy of love and kindness. 8. Reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out to family and friends for support. They can provide a listening ear and offer valuable advice. It is perfectly normal to feel overwhelmed and anxious at times, and having the support of family and friends can make a world of difference. They can understand what you're going through and provide guidance on how to handle the situation. They can also provide emotional support, which can be a great source of comfort. It is important to take the time to reach out to those people who trust and can provide support. It doesn't have to be a long conversation, but even a brief phone call or text message can help to ease your stress and anxiety. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it, and remember that there are resources available to help you. Whether it is talking to a therapist, joining a support group, or talking to a trusted friend, there are many ways to get the help you need. 9. Know your worth. Remember that you are valuable and deserve to be treated with respect. Don't let anyone take advantage of you or make you feel less than. Know your worth and recognize that you are capable and worthy of achieving your goals. Don't let anyone talk you down or discourage you from pursuing your dreams. Speak up for yourself and stand up for what you believe in. Don't settle for anything less than you deserve, and don't allow anyone to take advantage of you. Understand that you have intrinsic value and that you don't need to earn it from anyone else. You're already valuable, worthy, and capable of achieving your goals. Don't let anyone make you feel less than or pressure you into decisions that don't align with your values. Surround yourself with people who make you feel good about yourself and who support your dreams and goals. Seek out positive role models and mentors who can help you stay motivated and focused. Know your worth and never forget it. You're worthy of respect, love, and success. Believe in yourself and your unique gifts and talents. Have confidence in yourself and don't let anyone make you feel inadequate or less than. You're strong and capable, and you deserve to be treated with respect. 10. Trust your instincts. Finally, trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Don't be afraid to walk away from a toxic relationship if someone is making you feel uncomfortable. Don't ignore it. Don't be afraid to speak up and voice your concerns. Trust your gut and know that you're in charge of your life and decisions. Lastly, cultivate a trusting relationship with yourself. Acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses and be honest with yourself. Take the time to check in with yourself and be aware of how you're feeling. Give yourself the space to trust your intuition and learn to make decisions that are in alignment with your values and beliefs. Thank you for watching this video about how to deal with toxic women and learning about the top 10 secrets you need to know about them to avoid toxic relationships. We hope that you have learned a lot from this video and that you can now be more aware of the signs of a toxic woman and the best ways to deal with her. Remember that relationships should be built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you have to walk on eggshells around someone or that you are constantly being manipulated, then it is time to step away and evaluate the situation. We hope that this video has been informative and helpful. We urge you to subscribe to our YouTube channel Build Guide if you found this video useful.